Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Rudy's Rant, powered by coming on the podcast. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez Showmont. Talking facts over feelings here. Got another rant for y'all today. It's a conversation piece. Lisa Leslie's been doing a lot of work with Angel Reese, and I think that's great. I think that can really help Angel Reese's game, and I think we saw some of that watching the game against Nafisa Collier. She did a great job. I mean, she really seemed to be picking up on some things, which is wonderful. I mean, look, success of Angel Reese is a success to the WNBA and success. I don't know about unrivaled at this point because I don't think unrivaled really matters in terms of ratings. It is what it is. But for purposes of WNBA and the future of this season, Angel Reese's improvement will make a major impact on whatever happens in 2025. But there are some things that are going on that are just not normal when it comes to basketball with women. It's different than men. You don't ever hear this type of daddying, as I would call it, in this case, being a mommy, as is going on with Lisa Leslie when it comes to Angel Reese. There's a lot of things that are popping off where Lisa Leslie is commentating. She is the person that is speaking on the commentary for Unrivaled, whether it's on the desk uh, or doing analysis during the games, and she's crossing lines that like you're hired to do a job, you're hired to talk about the game, you're not hired to be a cheerleader. And I think that's a major issue that's going on with her specifically. I think the guy Brandon Glasheen, who's on the desk, is kind of bad, honestly. He uses terminology that most people have no clue of. He's referred to the nail, I mean, my God, 50 times. Most people don't know what that means. And he thinks it sounds cool or technical and makes him sound more intelligent or makes him sound more knowledgeable about basketball. And it doesn't. It just doesn't. He watched a basic podcast of JJ Redick and LeBron James and starts using the nail as his commentary constantly. That's not what you do. You do this stuff when it comes to um you don't use technical terms in play by play. You use English for people. And I just find it interesting how he's constantly using that terminology for which most people don't have a clue what it means. I really think he needs to stop doing that. There's a number of things, whether it's using terms like that or being cliche, very cliches you don't use. And he's majorly he really does a lot of cliche work. But Lisa Leslie has turned this into a mama and daughter situation, and she's crossed the line as a professional who's on the desk. She's supposed to talk about what's happening, not talk about and say stuff like, I mean, these are just some of the comments. I'm like a proud mom sitting here watching. Lisa said on a Reese per an ex post from at Showcase Shabazz. And here's the reasons why. It's just the beginning. Angel Reese, one of the goals that we had is for her to have a double double without being all her misses. That's cute, but like that's not analysis. Are you her mom or are you analyzing? Like you're talking from a personal angle. That's not a professional angle. Then it's here down low. She's getting the ball higher off the glass. What we worked on yesterday. Again, this is like personal stuff. And we know that you're working with her, and you should. It's cool. It's great. I mean, I think that you can be a great resource for players and teaching players. Coaching, that's another conversation for another video, which I plan on doing still, because I think her thought process on the coaching is a bit skewed, to say the least. But let me bring this up and I'll show you the video that what she's talking about, because I just think it's just too much. So here is the video with all of it.
Well, listen, I am like a proud mom sitting here watching, and here's the reasons why. It's just the beginning. Angel Reese, one of the goals that we had is for her to have a double-double without them being all her misses. Here down low, she's getting the ball higher off the glass, what we worked on yesterday. The defense is there. Her ability to bring the ball up, her passing skills have improved. But listen, it's the defense for me, starting with that block shot, coming up here with another rebound, and then pushing it. But the offense and the paint finishes. Take your time, read the defense, keep the ball high off the glass. I smell roses right now.
I think we all smell roses, and the Lunar Owls definitely smell that too, because that was their lowest scoring half of the season for the Lunar Owls. We also have to.
So you heard what she said, and look, I agree with her. I actually agree with her, and I was very complimentary of Reese's offensive performance. The rebounding, that was nonsense. That was a ball that's on the ground that someone's gonna grab. But I agree with her. But you cannot do this from a perspective of being a mom. Like this cutesy shit. Like this ain't basketball. You're not her mom. You're not even her coach. Even if you're being a mentor, you're doing a professional television broadcast. You have got to leave that personal stuff out of it. The personal, the mom stuff. I feel like a proud mom, like that can never fly. Imagine if an NBA player, imagine if Shaq's in a booth and says, or on the desk at TNT and says, "Man, I feel like a proud dad of Joel Embiid." Like, what? Or Charles Barkley says, "I feel like a proud dad of whatever player." Or Michael Jordan, who's doing a broadcast, he's not, but obviously if he did a broadcast, says, "I feel like a proud dad." Or Mark Jackson, who broadcast tons of games that Steph Curry and Klay Thompson played in. "Man, I feel like such a proud daddy. I worked on so many shooting drills with them." Get out of here. You can't approach things that way. Like, there's a certain level of decorum and professionalism. It also goes into play with the stuff involving with Renee Montgomery, who's an owner of the Atlanta Dream, with her off the cuff things. I mean, even Lisa Leslie mentioned, and I'm not doing a video on this stuff because I don't think it's worth the time, because I've already done the videos on the criticism of the antics. But Lisa Leslie says she needs to have a conversation with her about just playing and winning and walking off, and she wasn't happy with the antics herself, and she got crucified by Angel Reese's fans. I mean, got crucified for that. And I agree with her, but she's also doing that mama shit. That's not the place. That's not the place. You don't need to have a conversation with her about that. It's not your place. It's not your place to talk about it on a broadcast. If you don't agree with what she did, you say, "The antics, though, after the game are XYZ. I think they're completely inappropriate. They cause problems. People are whatever reason you want. But you don't in any way inject yourself as a broadcaster into the discussion, in your relationship with that person, into your broadcast. I'm gonna have to talk with her." But no, you're not her mama. So all this mama shit, kill it, man. It's done. Stop doing that. It's not professional. But that's what happens when you put people in who are not actually professional broadcasters into stuff like this. So you have one guy, Brandon Glasheen, who's trying to compensate to sound like he really knows basketball. He's covered basketball. I've watched Eric Reed from the Miami Heat for 35 years. He's never once used the term nail in a broadcast, not one time. I watched Tony Fiorentino, who was on there for many, many years. Jack Ramsey. None of them have, John Crotty, none of them have ever used the term nail. It's not a known term. And if you never explain it to people, then you're just using terms and like, "Oh, what is he talking about?" Anyhow, that's all I got. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think of Lisa Leslie's mama approach to Angel Reese? Again, this is not about Angel Reese, it's about Lisa Leslie. So before all y'all Angel Reese fans get all hot and bothered, this isn't even about Angel Reese. This is about Lisa Leslie being a professional at what she's supposed to be doing. Leave your thoughts in the comments. This is Rudy's Rant, Facts Over Feelings. Come on now.